I want to get started because it is going to be a webinar packed with knowledge and strategies. And I can't, on one side, I don't want to say too many good things about it because I'm part of presenting. I can't be like, oh, I have so many great strategies for you, but also have two amazing experts with me today that will be part of that. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Ultimate Black Friday Cyber Monday event hosted by Mayple with a Y. My name is Sandra, and I am a Mayple vetted expert, and I'm delighted and grateful to have all of you here today or tonight, depending where you are in the world. I'm also one of the experts, like I mentioned, that will be presenting today, and I will be accompanied by two very, very, very talented marketers. We're going to have Isaac, who will talk to you about setting up your email and text marketing strategies. And we're also going to have Kasey, who will bring you some really solid strategies for your B2B marketing for your Black Friday and Cyber Monday. For everyone that's new at Mayple, Mayple is a platform that connects brands to marketers. We have over 1,000 marketers on this platform, and every single marketer has been vetted and handpicked by the Mayple team. They're all from different areas, and they have experience and expertise in specific niches and channels. So when you hire with Mayple, you can skip the learning curve, and you can hire the right talent with proven success in your niche, in your industry. And along with hiring amazing talent, of course, you get to be part of a community that offers you so much more in terms of resources and events like a webinar today. Now, before we start our webinar today, I want to leave a note with regards to a situation that I'm sure that everybody here is well aware of. So if you've come to a Mayple event before, or if you've interacted with the Mayple team, you have probably noticed that everyone at Mayple really packs a punch when it comes to energy and excitement. And today, our session might feel just slightly different. Today really brings a polarizing energy because while we're so extremely excited to have all of you here and present to you, our minds, are unfortunately with the unfortunate events that are happening in Israel. And in the back of our minds, we are all, of course, praying for everybody wounded and kidnapped, and for everybody whose life has been turned upside down over the last week and a half, which is pretty much every single Israeli person. And I also wanted to say a thank you to the Mayple team, because I know that I'm speaking on behalf of an entire community when I say that we're so thankful for your ongoing support day after day and showing up for us, especially over the last week and a half. I know that it hasn't been easy to continue supporting us and showing up for our clients and for us and being there at every step. And we're very thankful, and we're not taking that for granted. So thank you. And I am honored to be your first presenter and talk to you today about how we can set up an influencer marketing campaign in just 5 days. I will please ask you to stay until the end, because marketing is an ecosystem, and learning just one channel like influencer marketing, for instance, is great, but it will not give you the results that you can get by integrating your strategies with other channels and all of your strategies in the ecosystem. Plus, you're going to have the opportunity to ask us questions, and we're going to be answering them after the presentation. And those questions can be pertaining to your specific business, and we are going to answer them throughout the presentation. You might see some of the Mayple team popping up in chats and other experts chiming in with their answer. So, oh, and by the way, at the end of this, we're going to pick 3 lucky winners that will win 3 free marketing strategies. So don't miss out on that. So today I'm going to talk to you how to set up an influencer campaign in just 5 days. Now, sounds simple enough, and it is. It's pretty simple. There is a reason why it is simple, and there is a story that comes with that. I know it's not Halloween, but it's October 18th, and it is close enough to Halloween to tell you a very spooky, scary story about Halloween 2019. And Serge, who I introduced earlier virtually, my husband and business partner, we own a couple of e-commerce brands as well. So 2019 was actually the first full year in business for our e-commerce store and brand of hearing devices. So on Halloween 2019, we're getting ready to go to actually a Halloween event hosted by my mom. My parents used to host events for the Romanian community in the Toronto area. So when your parents host events for 100, 200, 300 people, you're not just a guest. You also have to socialize and put a smile on your face and be joyful. So that night we were getting ready to go to the party. Everything was good. We had our brand. September was our highest month. We pulled in maybe about $200,000 in revenue. And before we went to the party, I was dressed in Little Riding Hood, and Serge was dressed as the grandma. That's not a scary part of the story. There is a scary part of the story. Serge went to check on his ads, and he literally looked like he saw a ghost. It was Halloween, so I wasn't too worried about it because I thought maybe he did see a ghost. But actually what happened, Facebook decided to shut down our business manager. And for a brand that spends about $1,500 in ads every day, that's a lot. For anyone who's newer in the ads game, your business manager is not your ads account. Your business manager is all of your ad accounts. So you can't even try to, trick the system and try some other sneaky ways. Our ad account got shut down. So there goes 70 to 80% of our revenue because like most brands, we were relying on Facebook ads to bring in revenue. So now we have to go to this party. We have to put a smile on our faces because, it's my parents' party. And the whole night, though, we were so worried, what the heck are we going to do, right? So we have our ad spend, we have all of these expenses, we have supplier that we have to pay. And it was agonizing for a few days. And thankfully, we had a VA, Nada, who came up with the idea because she had worked at a magazine to get in touch with magazines, medical magazines, maybe get in touch with some blogs and figure out how we can sell our products until we get our business manager back so we don't miss out on sales, because in Q4, of course, most e-commerce brands especially make most of their sales. So Nada started looking for anything, right? So she started looking for magazines. She found some veteran blogs. She got us in touch with some audiologists. So we started doing interviews with audiologists. They would publish us on their blogs. We would create content that we then put on Pinterest. We then took that content, we put it on YouTube. We started getting some YouTube sales. We increased our email marketing list because we had more exposure, we had more content. All of this was organic. So while November didn't end up being another $200,000 month for us, it definitely passed the 100K mark, and most of it was done organically. So since then, Facebook tried to trick me, but my little treat was that for the past 4 years, I've been working on a playbook on how to get more sales channels, so I don't have to rely on platforms like Facebook that are great, but it can be expensive, they can be unreliable, and diversify my traffic sources, my sales sources, which became a huge focus for me. So influencer marketing is the one area that I've been working on for the last more than 4 years, actually, but for the last 4 years very intensely. So when I said that it is simple to set up a campaign in just 5 days, it's simple because I have a playbook that I want to share with you that really can take only 5 days. So I'm going to share my screen because as much as I know, we all like to see my face, there are some strategies that I have in writing. And sorry, give me 1 second. I pressed on the wrong button. Wonderful. Perfect. So I want to make a note that when I say setting up an influencer marketing campaign in 5 days can be done in 5 days, it doesn't have to mean consecutive days. It can be consecutive days if you don't want to send products to the influencers, because of course it can take time to send products to influencers, but it really can take as little as 5 days, maybe even less if you're really on it and you find the right influencers. Why I wanted to do it in 5 days is because, like myself, like Serge, like our hearing aid store, sometimes we don't have the luxury of time, and sometimes we have to act quickly because Black Friday, Cyber Monday are the holidays where the retail holidays where most brands make their money. So I'm going to walk you through 3 types of I'm sorry, I think, give me 1 second. I am sometimes not, give me 1 second. I don't know what I clicked here. I have my Google Slides. You know what? I'm used to Zoom and Google Meets, and StreamYard is trying to trick me like Facebook did. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Would have been funny now to have prepared maybe a photo from my Halloween event where I was dressed as Little Red Riding Hood and Serge was dressed as the grandma, but here we are with empty space. So our 5-day influencer marketing playbook, it is meant for you to take and really run with it. I have 3 types of events that I want to walk you through today. I'm not going to focus in depth on every event because at the essence of it, they all have the same skeleton. So I'm going to focus more on the first event, and then the rest we're going to breeze through them a little bit so that you can have time for questions, but also take a presentation and run with it. So before I go into the actual gist of it, why influencer marketing? Of course, there's a lot of marketing pieces that are extremely valuable and deliver results. Influencer marketing being one of them. So I want you to remember that last year, Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales hit record highs. And if you're not collaborating with influencers during this peak shopping season, you are in the slight danger of not having record high sales again, because your competitors, there's a chance that they are going to do it. So influencer marketing really is a holiday revenue gold mine. Trust equals sales, right? So we know this as marketers. Consumers trust influencers more than they trust brands. It's because influencers are more human or seem more human, as brands are human, but seem more human, and they have that human aspect to them and the voice. When you choose influencers, you work with someone from your own niche, and you also can stand out in the Q4 ad rush. Influencer marketing also boosts your brand's visibility, and you can harness that FOMO to your advantage as well, because a lot of shoppers, particularly millennials, have reported making a purchase due to FOMO, and that's particularly true during the holiday season. So a lot of other goodies and good aspects and good things are happening with the influencer marketing scene. It brings you a high ROI, you get a lot of feedback, and then you can craft a relatable brand story. So setting up an influencer marketing campaign, here's how it really looks like. The first thing that you want to do is you want to select your influencers. When you're working with influencers, you want to select influencers that resonate with your brand's voice and values. You want to negotiate and decide the terms of the event. So when you have such a short period of time to craft something, right? So we're at mid-October now, we have maybe a month left until Black Friday, but in reality, our promotions should be done now over the next week or two. What's going to keep things streamlined for you is drafting those clear terms, and that will help you avoid ambiguity and have a smooth collaboration. You also want to plan the content and send the products as soon as possible. Then you want to set up your operations and your admin, and then you start promoting. So those are your influencer campaign setup in 5 days. A very important note that I want to leave here. When it comes to influencer marketing, there's a simple way to do it, like I'm going to teach you today. There's a more complicated way to do it. There's a lot of ways to do it, but what I have found over the last years and working with many brands is that influencer marketing campaigns, when they fail, they seem to have the same things in common. The first one being not selecting influencers that are aligned with your brand. Also, when you don't evaluate the influencer's target audience, making sure that it aligns with yours, it also can create a campaign that fails. When you push a rigid script on an influencer, sometimes doesn't work. So yes, you want to have agreements and terms, and you want to have a branding guide that you send them, but also give them the creativity, the creative flexibility to have their own spin on it. And then when you try to push something that's too promotional and the hard-selling content, it can turn off fans. And if you don't set up your proper tracking, right? So just like any other campaign, like your email or ads, you want to set up proper tracking so that you can measure the effectiveness of your influence marketing campaign. So if you do the opposite of this slide, your influence marketing campaign will most likely be a success. Cool. Enough of that. Now let's make that happen. Quick and easy. So we have 3 types of events that you can do this festive season. The first one being festive collaborative giveaways. So these essentially are a joyful collaboration between brands and influencers where they come together to offer holiday themed giveaways. So that can be something like a product bundle that can be offered to a lucky winner or multiple lucky winners through a draw in exchange for engagement, like follows, comments, sharing, and signing up to email lists. So this type of giveaway, it's usually best for brands that are looking to amplify their holiday or Black Friday, Cyber Monday reach and buzz, and get some activity around their holiday specials. It's great for companies that have bundles to sell and want to create that excitement. So when you're looking for influencers for this type of campaign, you want to look for influencers that really want to offer value to their audience. They have a very engaged audience and they want to offer something unique for the holiday season so that they can in turn get more engagement. The influencer that I have here in this photo was actually is an influencer that is also a real estate agent for luxury penthouses in Miami. And the product that we partnered up with was a eider down luxury bedding. So perfect target audience, perfect influencer for this campaign. So on your first day, you want to select your influencers. I have, by the way, at the end of this presentation and on the Mayple blog, there are a lot of resources and articles about influencer marketing, some of them written by me, where I list, I think we have an article that I created with Ben. It was probably at least 20 influencer marketing tools, if not 30. So I invite you to go have a look at that and see which one fits you. But at the essence of it, you want to be selecting the influencers you want to work with, and you are going to select those influencers based on their fit with your brand and their fit with your audience. Use a tool for this. So this is a screenshot from a tool called Modash. I personally like it because it's easy to use as an agency, it's easy to use for the brand, and I find that it's a good value versus cost option. However, there are tons of tools that are great. So any sort of tool like that will give you the option to fill in your desired criteria for finding an influencer, like your influencer's location, their followers' location, the sort of content they post about, the hashtag, their audience demographic. So use a tool like this to pre-select your influencers, curate a list, export it. Usually these platforms give you an option to export it into a CSV file, and then start reaching out to them. When you're reaching out to them, and some of these influencer platforms will give you reports depending on what plan you are. They're more in depth, so they will show engagement ratings and all sorts of metrics that are important to you as a brand. Then you reach out to them, and you reach out to them either through that platform. Most platforms will give you an opportunity to have sort of like a text messaging setup, Or if you want to just reach out to them manually, literally from your phone, you can go from your Instagram account and send a message to them and say something along the lines of, hey, marketing influencer, this is Sandra. I work with Mayple. We're looking for someone to help us write more blog articles, and just start a conversation like that. Don't be spammy. Be as human as possible. So don't, be authentic. Those messages that sometimes we get like, hey, we think you're going to be a great brand ambassador, but there's actually no essence to it. So compliment them on something that you've seen on their feed and start a human conversation. Reach out to them. Let them know what you're looking to do. So I'm looking to collaborate for a festive giveaway. I think you'd be great because your audience seems to like the sort of products and content that our audience likes. So I think it would be a great fit. And then once you negotiate all of these pieces, totally fine to negotiate them over Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform you're using. However, I strongly encourage you to send an agreement in writing. So agree on the event details. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a giveaway together on this day. This is what we're giving. This is the value. Agree on the terms and conditions on Instagram. Perfect. But then send an actual agreement, because that will show them that you mean business and that will hold them accountable to delivering, right? Because we're doing a Black Friday event here. So we're not going to be flexible on them delivering this a month later. It's going to be too late. We want to make sure it is a time-sensitive matter. So you want to make sure that everybody's accountable. So day one, select your influencers, start reaching out to them. Day two, you're going to negotiate and decide the event details. Now, day three is when you plan the content, send your products and your playbook. So content planning is essentially talking about how our content is going to be looking like. It's going to be reels, it's going to be a contest, it's going to be over email, on a blog, on YouTube, it's going to be a webinar. Send the products and send your influencer a playbook. A playbook doesn't have to be anything super fancy. On this brief here that I put on the screen, it's an influencer brief that really just says, here are the content pieces that I want from you. And then we have what we call a mood board, so we can show them what kind of content aligns with us best. So this is an example of a mood board. This was a mood board for a candle company that we work with. So collaborate, decide what you're going to do, and send your mood board, send your agreement, and send the products as soon as possible, so then they can have the chance to open the products, touch them, smell them, feel them, try them, and create some opinions around that product. I miss day 4 here. Day 4, we just sit back and relax, I guess. I think I switched my slides, but I have my day 4. I have my day 4 on my other, sorry about that, on my other events. But between day 4, day 3, and day 5, you're going to be creating the content and planning the content. And then day 4 is actually going to be setting up your analytics and your admin. So that means setting up your UTM parameters, UTM tracking, all the admin and analytics that you need internally and with the influencer in order to track your campaign. And then you can just kind of sit back and relax for day 4, because there's nothing else on a slide. So day 5 will be the promoting. So if you're not sending products, then you can actually have the actual event live with the influencer, or promoting in a sense of, we are going to have an event. So those are your 2 options. Okay, so you can some influencers don't need a product, they just need a payment, and they're going to post your content, which is fine. You can even start the actual event on day 5. If not, start promoting the event. So that means your reels, your stories, your TikToks, your email marketing, like in my example here, and let your audience know that you're going to have an event. So that is for your festive giveaways. So the other way you can do this is by having a holiday discount. So the other type of event you can have is not by doing a giveaway, but doing a discount. So it involves, like I said, the same skeleton. You're going to work with an influencer, but you're going to give exclusive holiday discount codes. So this is perfect for the brands that provide influencers with unique holiday themed discount codes to share to their audience. So it's a great way to drive sales, festive sales, and allow your customers to unlock special holiday or Black Friday, Cyber Monday gift discounts. It makes them feel, it makes the events feel unique and exclusive. So this is great for the brands that want to just really drive direct sales, and it's good for the influencers that have an audience ready to buy. So when an influencer has an audience that's ready to buy, and they're always, you see them in the comments when an influencer is, get ready with me, and the people are asking, where's your lipstick from, where's your glasses from, and those influencers will usually use products that they sell. Those are the influencers that you want to work with. So day one, you're gonna identify your influencers. So same story as for the giveaways. You're going to go over your criteria for selection, and then you're going to reach out. And then instead of saying I want to do a giveaway, I'm looking to drive more sales, I think you'd be great because I see your audience is always engaging with you. They're asking about your products. I see you have a storefront maybe, and I think you'd be a great fit. Day two, you're going to negotiate your terms. You're going to have your contract, and you're going to send your products if you want your influencer to have a promotional post with the products, or if they just want payment, you don't have to send products. Some influencers don't need the products. And then day three, you're going to plan the content. So same thing, we're going to say, okay, what are we going to promote? What kind of products? Decide together, are these discount codes only for specific products? Are they for a limited time? Most likely, yes. Are they tiered? So decide with the influencer what you're going to discount and what kind of content you're going to create to promote these discounts and the products. And you cannot sit back and relax on day four here. There is something going on day four, and that is your setting up your operations and analytics. So that is your tracking, your social handles. So what's very important with the discount codes is that you will set up some mechanisms for tracking, right? So if you have a Shopify store, honestly, the easiest way is to just create unique discount codes in Shopify. Some of these influencer platforms will have specific discount codes that you can use with them. But if you have a Shopify storefront, then Shopify is more than enough to create different discounts for influencer A, influencer B, influencer C. Don't have to overthink it. If Sandra is your influencer, your code can be Sandra Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and run with that. Chances are with this type of influencer setup, there's going to be more postings. So just make sure that all the handles are right. So this is especially important for brands that are a little bit bigger. Maybe they have multiple locations, multiple stores. Have the right handles, have the right links, have the right path to sales on your social media profiles. And then day five, you're going to start promoting your giveaway again. Your discount codes again. If you are sending products, it's not going to be consecutive day five. But if you are rushing and you're not sending products, it can be day five. And then you can do live streaming events where you can have someone live stream, and they can promote your brand and your products and your giveaways over a live video. So this is a live streaming event is online session that would be hosted by the influencer to showcase your brand's holiday specials, deals where they engage with the audience, answer questions, and offer exclusive holiday deals. This is so popular in China. This is like the new way to do sales in China. It's crazy. Like on TikTok, they have these centers with like hundreds of creators that are just live and they're promoting products. So this is really good for brands that are launching holiday specific products or offering special Black Friday or Cyber Monday discounts, and the brands are looking for real-time engagement. It's great if you want to create a festive shopping experience And it's great for influencers that are good at real-time engagement, especially those that can properly share their screens when they're presenting a webinar, or maybe they're not missing slides. Influencers that are looking to be active and live and they want to be always top of mind, those are the right influencers for you. TikTok and Instagram are great for this. So same thing, day one, identify influencers. Look for the ones that maybe have gone live before, because you want someone that has a little bit of experience. Day two, you're going to negotiate and decide the event. So you can do a giveaway, you can do discount codes, you can just launch a new product, whatever you want to. Maybe it can be an unboxing experience, whatever makes sense for your brand, but decide it with the influencer in advance. So planning and having that agreement and contract is critical. Then plan the content. So this was my team's idea to have the Mayple poster here, because someone at Mayple did such a great job with our previous event. But I went live a few weeks ago where I only talked about influencer marketing for an hour, and we promoted it a couple of weeks in advance on all channels. So it was on LinkedIn, it was on Instagram, it was over email. So that would be a way for you to plan the content. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a how to create the perfect influencer campaign for Q4. This is going to be our content, and then we're going to promote it with creatives like the one that you see here. You're going to set up your operations, analytics, and tracking. So for a live event, you also have to think about, are we going to use a streaming platform, for instance, like StreamYard, like we're using today? Where are we going to be live? Are we going to be live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of the above? At what time? Get your links, get your slides in order, and of course, put in your tracking mechanisms. And day 5, you're going to start promoting. So you're going to promote the event, stories, emails, announce the event. So when you are doing a live event, by the way, having an influencer with a big audience is great, but you still want to do your own marketing as well. So promote it on your own sales channels too. So this would be 3 ways or 3 different events that you can do over the next several weeks. Honestly, you can do all 3 of them if you want. I think that we have enough time to do 5 days of setting up influencer campaigns. I put here a few other things to keep in mind. I do want to be very mindful of the time that we have today, but keep in mind some ethical and legal considerations. So some areas, some countries, some regions, they do not allow contests, for instance. So one example would be Quebec, Canada. They don't allow online contests. So when you are choosing your influencers, be mindful of ethical considerations, legal compliance, and keep that communication going. Analyze, put your metrics, be mindful of your metrics, and dive into those audience insights, because influencer marketing is a great way to get that feedback as well. I'm going to look over questions. I believe we have about 5 minutes. Day 4 is Ben's favorite day so far. I don't blame you. Yes, you are going to. There is going to be a recording of this on YouTube, and I think we can give you with the slides as well. I put here some resources. I mentioned a few influencer marketing resources. So I have a few articles that I wrote on influencer marketing, but in the meantime, there are more articles that other experts have written for Mayple. So I recommend you check the Mayple blog because there are a lot of tools and resources there, including the influencer marketing tools. But I wanted to see if you have any questions. I'm going to quickly go over the comments, and yep. So if you want a copy of the deck, just DM Ben and he'll give you a copy. And any other questions that I can answer about influencer marketing? I know you're all very excited to hear from Isaac. So if anything else comes up, please write in the comment section. But why don't we have our next presenter? And Isaac, I'm going to give you the spotlight. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your email marketing.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm just glad to be here. I want to give a shout out to Sandra for really teeing us up, really doing such a great job on understanding influencer campaigns. I myself learned a lot. And if you loved what she said, just put a thumbs up in the chat if you can. I know I would put up 2 thumbs up if I wasn't presenting right now. So what I want to talk about on this webinar is really how to win Black Friday Cyber Monday with SMS. That's really what it's about, right? I want to zero in on the SMS channel. There's a ton that talk about email. And I think with this one, SMS is really important to remember that it's an incremental channel for you. So it's going to be really, really important for your brand. If you're looking to beat last year's numbers, right, invest in SMS. Now's the time. And we'll go into kind of how to make it really effective. Before I jump into that, I also want to give a shout out and say, I'm really appreciative to Mayple, to Ben, Raked, Michal, everyone as part of the Mayple team, just kind of dealing with so much going on right now, yet they are here to help you guys, to help brands, to help marketers really win the holiday season. And I'm just impressed that they've dedicated so many resources to that. So thank you so much, team. If you agree, you can, again, put a thumbs up in the chat or put a note in the comments there. So let's jump right into it. I want to make sure we stick to time. Okay, so let me set the tone, make sure you understand kind of what we're covering here, knowing what we're going to be diving into, and understand what you will leave here with. After this session, my plan is to take 20 minutes or so just to go through some of these high-level goals. Number one, I want to make sure that you have your Q4 and your Black Friday Cyber Monday goals set, right? So you can understand how you're going to grow your business during the Cyber 5, during that 5-day weekend and beyond, right? It's not just enough to set up your foundation now for just 5 days. It's also like, what's the future hold, right? And how do we win Q4 overall? So that's number one. Number two, I want to make sure you have an SMS strategy set up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, right? Go kind of like high-level tactics and then high-level strategy and then eye-level tactics. That's kind of what I want you to have. That will really help you hit those goals and win the holiday season, win Black Friday, Cyber Monday, win the holiday season, and extend that to Q1 and beyond, right? So that's number two. That's what I want you to leave here with. And then finally, I also want to kind of help you accelerate the list growth of your brand, right? Just like email, you have this kind of, it's not about the size of your list ever. It's about the relationship you have to the list. So I want to make sure that you are growing the list as fast as possible for now, and then eventually building a better relationship with them, right? As you know, my philosophy when it comes to email and SMS, it's all about building a better customer relationship. You just happen to do it through email and SMS, right? So as long as you have that relationship, you can unlock profitable, predictable, and sustainable revenue streams for your business 24/7, 365. I'm going to give you my tips about how I grew an SMS list from 0 to 500,000 subscribers in about 60 days. Now, we may not all have the budget for that or all the strategy and all the tactics laid out right now, but even if you can cherry pick 4 of them, that's a good start. So let's get into this a little bit more. But first, a little bit about my Black Friday Cyber Monday background. I myself was a former VP of email, SMS, and CRM, a VP of retention for the top brands out there. And I had such a big horror story when it came to Black Friday Cyber Monday. My team was running, a great year. We had such a great year of revenue growth, and we were excited to hit Q4 and hit a home run with it. And then our ESP literally broke on Thanksgiving Eve. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving, my ESP broke. Some people say it was maybe sabotage or something. I don't even know. And we're not talking a small ESP here. We're talking one that had an enterprise level setup, right? We're talking 10 to 15 million email subscribers within. And the ESP broke, not just for my brand, for multiple brands out there, some of the top brands in the world. And everyone was in sheer panic mode, right? I spent Black Friday, Cyber Monday in sheer panic, in constant pivot mode. Now, being at the top brands, those who know and those who have a background in it, you tend to have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 ESPs at your beck and call, right? You have maybe your enterprise one, then you have like a backup one, then you have one that handles automations, one that handles triggers. That's the top 1%. They're a little greedy, but I spent Black Friday, Cyber Monday in panic mode. Like I barely slept for the entire Friday. And Luckily, I was able to pivot. I had another ESP to fall back on, and that kind of saved our season. But really, what really helped win our season was SMS. SMS played an instrumental role in winning the holiday season because it was an incremental channel, and it wasn't nested in our email service provider. It was nested in its own platform. So I really had a chance to really deep dive into SMS because I had no choice, right? I had to go there, right? We had to either figure out how to make revenue, how to drive sales, or just kind of sit back and kind of freak out, right? And freak out was not an option. So I know all the challenges you're going through. I can imagine, having worked with hundreds of brands myself, I can imagine exactly the challenges you're going through. Sometimes you're thinking to yourself, can it get any better this year? Like, what else can I do? Or maybe you don't even know what the potential of your list looks like. Or maybe you're not even sure how to leverage SMS and you're worried about, or maybe you email, you're worried about spamming people. No one's sure. Some brands are just not sure. So they kind of take their foot off the gas and they kind of step back and just kind of let it be, right? That's not a good solution, right? But I know all the challenges you're going through right now. Now I help e-commerce brands win Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and beyond. And I think the game plan I'm going to provide you with is what's worked for me at the top brands. We've tested out multiple times, refined it, learned from it, failed at it sometimes, and I'm hopefully going to be able to give you some of the best learnings that I got. So that's my experience. If anyone could top that, feel free to put it in the comments. I'd love to read that after, see if you can top my ESP break-in on Black Friday. So as promised, step number 1, I want to map out your SMS goals for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. There's a lot of tactics out there, right? You want to differentiate what the strategies are versus the tactics. One example of a tactic, using AI for copywriting. That's a tactic, right? Is it a strategy? Not really, right? It's kind of, you want to think big picture. What do you want to achieve with it? And then the tactics will layer on after that. So number 1, we want to go into why SMS matters for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So now we need to know exactly what is the potential of it? What can it provide to our brand? And how do we get there, right? It goes simply beyond sending more promotions at the end of the day, right? Number 1, SMS provides a big lifetime value, that's LTV, big LTV boost. When a customer signs up for about 2 channels, we're talking email and SMS, their lifetime value, according to the data, jumps by about 400 to 600%. So for you as a brand, focusing on getting them, your customers to another channel already increases their lifetime value. And it's the same with really almost any medium. If you have a customer that is an email subscriber and they shop in store, that's a high value customer, right? Look at the data. If there's one who is signed up for your SMS list and your email list, high lifetime value. If you're able to identify them on Instagram or social media, and you can identify them on your list as well, high lifetime value. So it provides a big LTV boost. That should be already saying, okay, so I know that this is a good goal for me. Number 2, conversational commerce. It allows you to incorporate 2-way conversations rather than constant one-way promotions, right? We all hate it. I mean, I hate it myself, and I'm an email SMS marketer. I hate it when brands talk at me, right? Just talk, sell, right? Where's the conversation? Where's the rapport? We need to build rapport. SMS allows you to have that, right? 2-way conversation. Many people also forget some of the big brands in the world, they actually use SMS to call customers and say, maybe they abandoned their cart, maybe they have a high AOV product, a $10,000 piece of machinery or $5,000 camera, whatever it may be. They can use SMS to call a customer and say, hey, what can help you get across the finish line? What can I help you with? Because it's conversational, right? It's conversational commerce channel. So you can incorporate that into your strategy, and it's more than just talking at customers, right? And we know during the holiday season, there's a lot of talking at people. Number 3, it's a multi-channel strategy. You can market directly to customers through more mediums than just email. Like we said before, if the LTV is increased because you add another channel, well, clearly you can market to a customer directly through this new channel. So it's incremental, right? It allows a different approach than just sending more emails. And finally, it's an increased first-party data source. What that means is that email and SMS are customer identifiers, right? If the more you have, the better your marketing can perform. Go to Walgreens, right? What do they ask you for when you check out? They ask for your phone number, right? Go to Starbucks. When do you sign up for the Starbucks loyalty program? Your phone number, your email, right? It identifies the customer. It identifies you across the internet. That's a very valuable data point. So the more you collect, the better you know your customers, the more you can identify them. And the more you can send that data out to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, and provide better marketing overall. So that's kind of why SMS matters this year and why you should start thinking about, wow, this is a pretty good channel to invest in. Now that we know kind of a little bit of the foundation of it, let's get into 4 Black Friday, Cyber Monday SMS goals that have really worked for me and kind of will give you some ideas about what you should aim for this holiday season. So number 1, always focus on trying to get customers to buy twice. Data shows most people gift themselves and others, right? They gift 2 people. So there's a potential for them to buy twice from your brand, okay? SMS and email can help drive those multiple holiday purchases. That's the beauty of it. As we know, if you can get 74% of brands have one-time buyers on their list. 3 out of 4 are just one-time buyers. But if they buy twice, again, lifetime value increases. So you have a mission. Get 2 purchases this holiday season. And it's really not hard, right? Think of it this way. Get them to buy a gift card, then get them to use the gift card. That's 2 purchases right there. Number 2, the money is in the follow-up. If you use, just like email automations, if you use SMS automations to follow up regularly with highly engaged shoppers, you're going to be in a really good place, right? Not many people will buy directly from that first campaign you send out, but they may buy from the cart abandoned, they may buy from browse abandoned, search abandoned, website abandoned. The money is in the follow-up. The more follow-up, the more personalized follow-up you have, the better your brand will do, the less money you'll leave on the table. Number 3, another goal you should have is to gain holiday gifting data. Like we talked about before, there's a conversation you can have. It's not so hard to send them an SMS survey and say, hey, text back Y if you are gifting for your mom. Text back D if you're gifting for your dad. Text back K if you're gifting for your kids, right? And then you send them another text saying like, here's the bestseller for kids, right? So you can use surveys and conversations to actually ask people, what are you looking to gift this season? And you could do it at scale. Turn on automation, survey, get that data coming back in, and you'll be in a really good place. So get holiday gifting data. The next campaigns you send out will be smarter, right? It's not about sending more emails. Let's send better emails. You send better emails by getting the data. And then finally, the 4th goal will be to grow your SMS list, right? Website traffic peaks in Q4. Use this time to capture, conversate, and convert with SMS. It's a great time. They're all coming to your site. They're all a bunches of ones and zeros right now. They're all just a bunch of data, right? A bunch of traffic from Google or Facebook or influencers. Identify them now, right? You have the opportunity to capture them, build a relationship with them now and in the future. So those are 4 Black Friday, Cyber Monday SMS goals you should definitely put on your plate. I would recommend you kind of jot down 1 or 2. Try and hit 1 or 2 of them, and you'll be in a really good place. Now that we set our goals, I want to set up your SMS strategy for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, right? We know where we're trying to go. We know where the road is. We know exactly we need to know how to get there, right? We know kind of where we're trying to aim for. We see it on the horizon. Now we want to get there. So let's understand a little bit about the power of SMS and what should be your strategy whenever you're layering it into your Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaigns. So I kind of look at it more like big picture. And I kind of then again, high level, and then I drill it down to eye level. So when you're talking about what SMS should be doing, I zeroed it down to about 3 core pillars. So number 1, you're using SMS to either reward subscribers, reinforce the message, or relationship building, right? So let's go deep into one of them. Reward subscribers. So when by rewarding subscribers, you're sending them an SMS early. You're giving them first pass. You're giving them early access, right? You're treating them like the VIP that they are. If they're signed up for SMS, and they're signed up for email too, but if they're signed up for SMS, they're in a more intimate channel, right? So you should be rewarding them. So whenever you're mapping out your campaigns for the Cyber 5, the 5-day weekend, or really anything for November, make sure you know SMS is here to reward our subscribers. Number 2, reinforce the messages you're sending out. Let SMS supplement your campaigns and reinforce your promotions. Great example, if you have on your list to send 2 emails on Black Friday, or an email on Friday and an email on Saturday, well, SMS gets the first pass on Thursday night, right? Because you're reinforcing the message and you're also rewarding subscribers. So you can send an SMS at any point in time and reinforce the message as well. So that's kind of the beauty of it. And number 3, like we said before, build a relationship, right? Build better customer relationships by listening and conversing with customers. Even if they're responding to your text message, even if they're responding to your Black Friday message and saying, hey, this is out of stock, where can I get it? You need to be right on the spot, or set yourself up to respond to that message because there's a conversation that should be had right there. So that's the beauty of it. So take away from this 3 core pillars: reward, reinforce, relationships. Reward, reinforce, relationships. Those are the 3 pillars and how to set up your SMS. Let's go now into what that means and how we translate it into a campaign plan right here. So I'll kind of give you a look at how I plan out the 5-day weekend, the Cyber 5 specifically. And I got to be honest with you, this is even light. If you look at the top brands, this is lighter than what they're doing. You just may not see it all the time. But let's make an assumption that you have SMS automations running. Let's make an assumption that you have email automations running. And therefore, if you send an email, right, you're getting those clicks to your site, and those that don't convert get the automation. So I'm making some assumptions there. If you don't have your automations running yet, like SMS cart abandon, SMS browse abandon, checkout abandon, welcome, well, set the time now to start setting them up, because that will help reinforce your Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaigns, right? That's the whole point, reinforce. So here's how I would piece together the Cyber 5 campaign. So number 1, on Thanksgiving Day, you're going to see a ton of letters from the CEO, a ton of emails that say, hey, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We're thankful for you. I saw a meme out there once that said, oh yeah, everyone on Thanksgiving is so thankful for everything they have. And then Black Friday hits and everyone's buying stuff they didn't have before. It's like, I thought you were thankful before. Anyway, so 8 a.m., you have a letter from the CEO, right? I tend to send it out. Text-based email gets traffic, a lot of clicks from that email, but I reinforce it either with an SMS, as an SMS thank you, or in this case, I send the Black Friday deals early to my SMS list because it rewards customers with early access, right? So make sure your merchandising plan, make sure your promotional plan, your coupons, your offers are technically going live at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Only your SMS subscribers get it, okay? That's the beauty of it. So reward customers. On Thanksgiving Day, we have Black Friday starts now, right? At about, let's say about 6 a.m., right? Some brands send it out to the inbox at 12 p.m. Some send it out even the day before, whatever the time is. And then I also have one at 8 p.m., Black Friday last chance. Right in the middle there, see that 12 p.m. mark? That's my SMS. Why? Because it reinforces the Black Friday launch. Email, SMS, email, right? You sandwich that SMS in between. And beauty of it is that you really will find the incrementality there too, right? It's not just sending out an email and SMS at the same time. It's seeing what is the lift by sending SMS. Now, technically, you should have done this before, right? Run the test out in November or October. You still have time to run testing still, but you shouldn't wing it on Black Friday. But if you do, this is a great time to sandwich in an SMS right midday mark, right? Right when people are on their phones or out in the mall, send a text, boom, you hit them. On Saturday, here's my sample camp rollout here. You have 7 a.m. best of Black Friday, highlighting the best sellers of Black Friday. Really important to kind of curate it for people because they may not always be aware. And then at 2 p.m., Black Friday best sellers. Send an SMS again to reinforce the fact that there are best sellers. On Sunday, pivoting over to Cyber Monday. No more Black Friday. We're done with that. Now we pivot over to Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday early access at 12 p.m. for your SMS list, then at 3 p.m. for your email list. Okay, give them that early first look. Again, reward customers. And then on Cyber Monday, you have the same setup as Black Friday where you have that sandwich. Email, SMS, email to help reinforce your Cyber Monday launch. That's how I would break it up and how to use SMS with those 3 pillars, right? Reward, reinforce, and relationship building, okay? Sounds good. If you liked it, put a thumbs up in the chat or in the comments. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to drop it. Hopefully we can cover it right after. Now I want to go to, right, we talked about your SMS pillars, your goals, your SMS strategy, and now let's dive into some of the list growth hacks you can implement right away to help build up your list to make some volume and make some incrementality from this list, right? If you don't have a big of a list, you can still do something, but it's better to have a bigger operation. So here's how I grew my SMS subscriber list, not mine, but some of the brands I worked with, their SMS subscriber list from 0 to 500,000 in about 60 days. Again, they have a different budget. They had a different approach. We hit every single one of these checkboxes, but if you can hit 4 of them or 5 of them, you're in a really good place. You're better than last year, right? So let's jump right into it. Some of them you may already be aware of. Some of you may be running. Some you may want to kind of start implementing or scoping. And some of you just need a reminder to get on it. So let's jump right in. So number one, add SMS opt-in at checkout. That's low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. One of the easiest ways to earn high-value signups at a key moment, right? They're already ready to sign up. They're ready to buy, right? So why not? Number two, create multi-step light boxes. That's almost table stakes by now. Almost, Klaviyo has it, SMS Bump, PostScript, I bet they all have that. Create multi-step light boxes. Get people to join 2 marketing channels instead of just 1, right? Instead of just email. So those are 2 easy ways to get started. Let's try number 3 and 4. Add a text to join block in your promotional emails. You want to make sure that at the very bottom of your emails, you can also put it at the top. No worries, just test it. Make sure you know it's not affecting anything. At the bottom of the emails, text to join, blocking your promotional email. You see at the very bottom there, it says great sleep is just a text away. Join our SMS club. Very clear, click through and you're in. Number 4, add text to join blocks in transactional emails, right? You want to have that in your transactional email. Some people say, oh, you can't promote anything in transactional emails. Haven't seen that. At transactional email is, you're not able necessarily to drive promotions, but you are able to add in some promotional elements into your transactional emails. They have recommendations. They have $5 off savings from Home Depot when you join their SMS list. So you have the option to do it. Put it right in, get the customer to opt in right out of the gate. Let's go to number 5 and 6. So this is a great one. You can create an exclusive exit intent SMS pop-up for when people abandon your site. Remember we talked about you have a ton of traffic coming from your site. Sandra had mentioned ton of influencer traffic to come in. You can capture that high level, high value traffic. So create exit intent pop-up that captures them. You can see right here, before you go, can we text you this Black Friday offer early, right? Text me that offer. That's a great thing also for people that change their lightbox in November to say, sign up for Black Friday deals, be the first to know. SMS plays a major role in that, right? Reward, part of that strategy. So create exit intent SMS pop-up. 6, create a unique lightbox for existing email subscribers. When your email subscribers come back to your site, right, assuming they're not about to check out or not on a converting page, you can have a lightbox up there that says, hey, before you go, or no, actually this one, join our SMS list and get a VIP upgrade, right? You're almost a VIP. You're going to be a VIP when you sign up for SMS, right? So there you go. You can just have that one single lightbox for anyone who's an email subscriber only, right? If they're on your site. Let's say they go to the homepage. It's not a converting page. Let's do a pop-up right there. Join our SMS list. Really great way to do it, and you could target it. You can exclude existing subscribers, limit it to a certain page, you name it. Lots of ways to target that. That's a great tactic. I've used that really well. Number 7, create a friction-free SMS sign-up landing page, right? Opt in more of the traffic coming to the page, coming to your website, coming from your ads, right? Friction-free. One click, you're in. Option number 8, run, and this requires ad spend. Again, like I said, you may need some budget for this if you see the value of it. Run Meta, Google, or TikTok ads to a landing page and get leads right in the door. I've done that successfully. I was able to win back a good dormant or inactive list or an unsubscribed list, win them back to SMS or even email again. You can actually, within Klaviyo, you can actually push out your current unsubscribed list to Facebook, to Google, run ads to them, and try to win them back. There's no better time to win them back than the holiday season, right? They're gonna buy from someone, right? They may as well buy from you. So that's a great way to do it. Of course, you want to test it, or you can even drive instead of a lead ad, you can drive just a traffic ad back to your site and have them sign up on your site. Number 10. Well, this is more of the social side, right? Change social profile links to drive SMS signups, right? You have these tools, Linktree. You can have multiple links now. I think on Instagram, you can have multiple links that with multiple call to actions, right? Get our guide, sign up for SMS. So unify all your channels around one goal, SMS, right? That's what you can do. Have a good orchestrated omni-channel approach, omnipresent, omni-channel, cool, right? And I think Sandra may agree with this one. Direct your influencers to promote SMS signups, right? Go from borrowed media. You're borrowing their audience to owned media where you own the channel, right? There can be a good option there. I'm not sure the nuances of using influencers, but definitely use them if you're already working with them to help drive signups before the Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then I think the last two, if not mistaken, so number 11, if you're shipping your items, if you have a store, you can also promote SMS subscription offline, where think in-store signage, your shipping boxes, put a card in every shipping box. Hey, join our SMS list. You're selling on Amazon? Put in your Amazon box. Hey, sign up for SMS. Get our warranty. anything that can help identify that customer. Great opportunities right there to build your list. And then number 12, easy. Send an email to your list. Very simple, right? Send an email to your list saying like, hey, Black Friday deals are going to be revealed early with SMS. Sign up now. And we talked about before, 400 to 600% lifetime value growth. Really important. Those are 12 tactics you can kind of roll out pretty quickly. In some cases, maybe not as quickly, but mark down 4 to 6 that you can accomplish right now and get them done. Really important to just take action right away. So I think we're about at time. Let me summarize right here. So we've, number one, zeroed in on the essential SMS Black Friday Cyber Monday goals to aim for right now. Hopefully you've marked down 1 or 2 of them. We've actioned those goals with a clear SMS Black Friday Cyber Monday strategy to prepare for right now. We've unpacked a high-performing SMS Black Friday Cyber Monday Cyber 5 campaign rollout that you can actually swipe and deploy. It's super effective. Trust me, I did this at the top brands and even more, but it works. It works really well. You've also learned 12 SMS list growth hacks that will grow your list fast before Black Friday Cyber Monday. And finally, hopefully, at the end of this, in the comments or just for yourself, you've committed to putting these SMS strategies into action this year. Don't wait till next year. Now's the time. Take action right now. I hope this was helpful. I hope we gave some information here, some great value. If you have any questions, you can feel free to put in the comments. More than happy to dive into it before or after this. But thank you. I'm Isaac Hyman. I wish you really successful holiday season. You guys deserve it. Let me pass it over to next speaker. I guess the host will take care of that. But thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, Isaac. Hi, everybody. I'm Kasey. If you are like me, you already have pages of notes from Sandra and Isaac's presentation. So thanks for sticking with us. I'm going to be talking to you about B2B marketing. So that is a little bit different than some of the direct-to-consumer stuff. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Just give me 1 second here. All right. Sorry, folks. Just bear with me. Sandra, now I know exactly what you were dealing with at the beginning of the presentation. Sorry, folks. Just give me 1 sec here. All right, there we go. So I'm going to share my screen here. Perfect. We've got this. Excellent. All right, so I think everybody can see my slides now. So I'm going to be talking about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the B2B way. So when you think about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you're usually thinking about, of course, images like this, the crowded shopping malls, the Amazon and online deals, lots of crowds, but not necessarily thinking about things like this. So this is QuickBooks, one of the major accounting software. They run a great Cyber Monday campaign every year. Another CRM company that runs Black Friday sale and help desk as well. So lots of opportunity for B2B companies to succeed on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, not just for direct to consumer sales anymore. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kasey and I am a B2B marketing specialist. I've been in digital marketing for over 15 years now, focused on all things RevOps or revenue operations. Definitely a HubSpot fangirl, email marketing, metrics nerd, and I'm also a Mayple marketing expert. So what is Black Friday and Cyber Monday all about? So I know you've seen a lot of these stats in Sandra's presentation, and honestly, just from being in the world that we live in right now, but almost 90 million US consumers shopped online in Black Friday in 2022. Record number of shoppers in store and online during Cyber Week, almost a 10% increase year over year. And customers have purchased over $10 billion of stuff online in Cyber Monday last year. So we only expect those trends to continue going upwards. So I'm not going to read all of these numbers to you, but there are a lot of kind of great stats there to help you prove your point and to help you get buy-in if you're considering running a Black Friday Cyber Monday campaign. for your company. So 88% of the top online retailers offer discounts for Cyber Monday, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about how you can do that too. So again, some more stats here. Black Friday online traffic, 3 times what you would get on a normal October day. So let's take advantage of that. So how is Black Friday and Cyber Monday relevant for B2B? So for a lot of us, it's generally the beginning of a slowdown holiday season where your reps are trying to meet your Q4 goals, but buyers kind of switch off into holiday mode after Thanksgiving. So we really want to make the most of this time period to meet our goals, to fill our pipeline, and to get in any sales that we can before year end. Discounts generally aren't tied to Black Friday or Cyber Monday in B2B. You see a lot of like end of quarter, end of fiscal year, that kind of stuff. So this is really an opportunity where you can stand out. Often your customers will have end of year budgets that need to be used. A lot of folks are in the use it or lose it category, and you might be as well for your own marketing. So you might have some marketing budget and trying to figure out how you can use it in a way that generates ROI and still helps you meet your own goals. This is a great way to do it. And along with that, you can also help your client meet their year-end goals and really become a hero to your customer, which is the best part of B2B. So how is B2B different from B2C or direct to customer sales? So B2B is basically selling to businesses. So it's a lot of the things that I mentioned before, like accounting software, help desk software, office space, all of those kind of things that you sell to other businesses. Whereas B2C, business to consumer, or D2C, direct to consumer, are selling right to the end user. So these are things that we buy in everyday life, like shirts and coffee mugs and all that good stuff. One of the important things to remember is that we are always selling to people. So whether you're selling to somebody during their 9 to 5, or like many of us, 8 to 6, as a VP of finance, or as the mom of 3 when she gets home and does the evening shift, we're always selling to people. So we want to think of ways that we can help them and solve their problems and make their lives easier in our campaigns. So is it too late to start? It is October 18th, middle or end of the day, depending on where you are in the world. It is never too late. I'm going to make you a plan. We've got about 30 days to go before Black Friday hits this year. So let's put together a plan to help you be successful and help you roll out something to meet those Q4 targets. So the first thing you want to do is set your goal. I know some of the other presenters have mentioned this as well, but you always need to have a goal in mind, or else you're just kind of like shooting in the dark. So why are you doing this? One of the things that I like to ask my clients is really like, what are we trying to do here? Of course, we're always trying to make more money, but in what ways are we specifically trying to do that with our Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign? We might be trying to gain new market share in a different industry, be something like the #1 solution for small businesses in Canada. Maybe we want to increase our average revenue per customer or decrease our churn and cancellations. So the first thing you want to think about is, what is your offer? What are you trying to give your customers? Now, the great thing about B2B is that it doesn't always have to be just a % off discount. This is excellent in case you don't want to eat into that profit margin, or if you're selling something with a lower profit margin in general. You can include things like offering additional training if people buy during this period. You can offer them additional support hours, maybe some onboarding support, which is great, especially if things are slower for your clients at this time of year. Great time to help them get on board with your solution. You can offer discounts for longer contracts. So think like 2, 3, 5-year contracts. That way you get a longer cash flow as well, which is super sweet. And offering discounts on higher value items. So those things with the higher profit margins, getting those right into your sales funnel. Also, along with that, deals on upsells. The next thing that you want to think about is, who is your audience? And it can't be everyone. I don't know how many CEO discussions I've had where you've had to tell them, our customer cannot be everyone. If you're for everyone, you're for no one. I know a lot of you have been through the same on that. So you want to talk to your customers and really figure out who your best or ideal customer is. Now, one thing to note is, especially if you're using this campaign as a way to get into a new market or a way to expand your presence in a market where you don't have a ton of customers in, it may not be the customers that you have the most of. Maybe you want to kind of go up to enterprise customers. So you're going to do that with this campaign. Or you want to expand into a new industry where you don't necessarily have a lot of traction. So you want to think about as well, for your less successful customers, what problem aren't you able to solve for them? And that'll help direct some of your messaging as well. You can also look at things like potential customers, your leads, your existing customers for upsells, or even customers who have canceled. So for picking your target audience, it is not just about demographics, especially in B2B, but more about what is the problem that they are trying to solve and how does your product or solution help them do that. So what does success look like? That's the next thing that you're going to want to set up. Definitely setup tracking. I love analytics and metrics, so you're going to see that a bunch in these slides. But you want to think about, okay, if this campaign is successful, what does that mean? So you want to take a look at things like your team goals or your company goals if you're the company owner yourself. Maybe you want to increase the number of leads, the number of demo requests, or the number of sales. So start thinking about what is the thing that your team is your team goal. But also my second point, what are you getting bonused on? We want to make sure that you get your money. So you could be bonused on things like new lead numbers, average revenue per user, in which case you want to focus on higher value or enterprise sales. Maybe you're focused on things like decreasing churn, which is another word for cancellations. So maybe you want to do a campaign around customer retention or revenue, where you can look at some of those leading indicators, like I mentioned, leads, demo requests, the kind of things that will help predict when you're going to get a lot of sales. Next thing that you want to do is pick your channels. There are a lot, and you cannot do everything in 30 days, despite how us marketers wish we can be everywhere. Pick your channels, whether it's things like Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit, Google Ads, email marketing, SMS, influencers like my previous presenters mentioned, content marketing through videos or blog posts. Pick kind of the top 3 to 5 that you want to market to and that you really want to focus on for this campaign. Next, you want to think about your messaging, and you can see some great fun examples. One of the things that I love about Black Friday campaigns is that you really can have a little bit of fun with it. Some great examples from Slack, Vidyard, another CRM company there. It really helps you stand out, but you want to make sure that you have a clear and measurable call to action. You don't just want people going to your website. You don't just want people going to your blog. Make sure that you have a call to action, whether it's book a demo, start a free trial, buy this training for a discount, making sure that you actually are measuring what you want people to do and you make it super clear for your user. Of course, this is one that gets missed a lot, but it is so important. So you want to make sure you spend some time training your team. So this is customer support. Everyone on marketing, your social media teams, and your sales, you want to get everyone aligned. Nothing is more frustrating from a customer support point of view than when you call in and the person on the phone has no idea about the marketing promo email you just got. So make sure your team is all on board. That way they can help you sell it and you can really have like that greater impact when you're all focused. You can add your campaign to email signatures, to phone messages. Take use of your support line and your support email inbox and add those promotions in there so that your B2B customers who are already fans of yours are able to upsell and or upgrade. You want to have consistent messaging so that your customers aren't confused and getting feedback from your customer-facing teams to improve the campaign as you go. This one is especially great and important for B2B, but really across the board. A lot of times we'll come up with something that we think is hilarious or like a great pop culture reference, but it might be that maybe your content, your average customer is not as embedded as internet culture as a bunch of us are. So get some feedback from your customer-facing teams to improve the campaign as you go. Next, we're going to take a look at the timeline and a reminder, all of these slides and the video are going to be posted later, so stay tuned to your inbox for that. You know, we're throwing a ton of stuff at you in a very short period of time. But here's the plan. Okay, week 1, going to set your goal, determine your audience, and set up your offer and messaging. Week 2, create your assets, select your channels, and start to launch. Week 3, continue your launch plan. You want to support your channels and monitor them to see how your results are coming, as well as do some email marketing. This is a great time to add in the SMS and the influencer campaigns that were mentioned earlier. Week 4, so this is the week. You want to send ongoing reminders with that sense of urgency messaging. This is it. And then the week after, of course, you want to celebrate. Knocking out a campaign like this in just a few weeks is a huge accomplishment. So you should feel very good about yourself. Virtual high fives all around the room or the Zoom. Measure your results. Make sure to debrief and get some feedback from your customers and your customer-facing teams, and pick out some learnings for your future campaigns. Make sure that you have some metrics and things that you're tracking before you go too far into things. Thinking about your key performance indicators, your own goals, your team goals, your company goals, and if there are bonuses available, what are you getting bonused on? And let's make that happen. A few other ways you can measure success. Deals closing faster, especially in Q4. If you can get those deals moved up, that is a great thing. Maybe you're getting larger deals with this new promotion, and not just eating margin out of your Q4 deals that would have closed anyway. Decreasing churn or cancellations, and decreasing support costs, as well as increasing your lifetime value. So a lot of metrics here, and you really want to dig into what is important for your organization. But metrics for your boss, your board, your CEO are things that have a company impact and are high level. So these can be things like lead numbers, overall conversion rates, revenue by campaign or by channel, as well as some leads that you're generating in Q4 that aren't going to close in Q4, but that can fill your Q1 pipeline. This is an important thing I'll talk about again in just a second. Metrics for your team members. So these are things that will help your team focus and grow, especially if you're managing a team. Being able to give folks the knowledge to be able to go in and see their own results as well as their own opportunities is really important. A lot of this I've mentioned already, your individual performance metrics, revenue and ROI by channel, and also some insights to help you strategize on marketing planning and growth. So now let's look at some ideas. Of course, you know your audience best. We're going to try and fly through these, but help your clients meet their year-end goals. So talk to your customers, find out what their goals are. What are they getting bonused on? How can you help them? Whether it's rolling out new technology by the end of the year, maybe they have some year-end metrics or sales goals, and your product or solution is going to help them meet them. I talked about this a little bit earlier, the use it or lose it. I know this is all over the place, and this one is not just limited to B2B. I actually get great emails from my dentist's office remind me to use my dental benefits before they expire at the end of the year. So whether you're B2B and you have like a formal budget that you actually do need to lose, or you're going to get a smaller budget next year, or you're marketing for B2C, great way to kind of take this into consideration. Also, take advantage of seasonality. I've worked a ton with accountants, and this is prime selling season because once we hit the new year, we have tax season right around the corner. If accountants are going to implement new systems, now is the time to do it. It also, no matter what system you're selling, you can start fresh in 2024. Year-end's a great way to make that switch over, whether you're selling accounting software or construction software or whatever it might be. There are endless idea sources, a lot of ideas here. Really what it comes down to is like, check out your search inquiries, check out your customer emails from support, from replies to marketing emails. That'll give you a ton of ideas of things that you can do and value that you can provide to your customers, other than just, offering 50% off, which especially in B2B, a lot of us just don't have the margin to do. So what if your boss or your team isn't on board? They say to you, hey, we're already super busy. Also, I don't really want to do this. Here are some great ways to counter that. It's an opportunity to drive those Q4 sales. If you have a market or a segment that you wanted to test, this is a great opportunity to do that as well. Lots of A/B testing, taking advantage of this time before things quiet down. And you can also offer additional training or support as the offer. So it's not to kind of train your customers to wait for a discount. And of course, when it all comes down to, the goal of this is to get more money into the hands of your organization, which is a good thing for all of us. So some pros to running a campaign like this: you can boost your Q4 revenue, opportunity to drive sales during a holiday slowdown, taking advantage of people just kind of being in the mood to buy and shop. And you can have some fun with those campaigns and find a way to really stand out. Some cons or things to be aware of: it can train your audience to be discount focused or wait to sales, so you want to be careful about your messaging and what you're offering. It can impact your Q1 pipeline. Great to have deals close faster, but you also don't want to, wreck your pipeline for the beginning of the year. Make sure you're getting enough leads in to kind of fill that. It can feel tacky or gimmicky, although I think if you do it in the right way, not so much of an issue. And extra work in a short team, but it's going to pay off for you. So a bit of a summary for you. So things to do: set your goals, know what success looks like, create your offer, determine your target audience, pick your channel, train your teams, and then measure, track, and learn. It is not too late. You can definitely get started today. And thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I want to hear all about your B2B campaigns. Connect with me on LinkedIn or find me on the Mayple platform. Would love to work with you all in the future. You can see my email down in the bottom there. But thanks for bearing with me as we kind of flew through that last bit. I know a ton of information. I think I'm actually going to pass things back to Sandra to close us off for the day.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Kasey. As someone in B2B myself, it's always so hard to come up with things to do at the end of the year, right? Because we always think the B2C. And thank you so much, Isaac. I can never have enough personally. I know the brands that I work with can never have enough SMS and email strategies, especially in the time of the year where everybody fights for that inbox and feed space.
Yep.
And thank you. It was a pleasure to present alongside both of you. And thank you for, obviously, the Mayple team for facilitating this. And to everybody attending today, it was an absolute pleasure. If anybody has any questions, please put them in the chats. I know that our presentation will probably get cut off by the system, but if you'd like to connect with any one of us, you can do so through the Mayple platform. You can have a conversation with one of the Mayple reps that can walk you through how Mayple works and all of the work that we've done as a community of 1,000 marketers. And oh yeah, someone was asking about influencer campaigns for B2B. Ben said for 250% off any plan. Ooh, I like that. Oh, sorry, I'm okay. I am going to go to the comments in a second, but I was going to say 3 lucky winners will get 3 consultation calls with us, and Ben has a little bit of a treat ahead of the Halloween season, and he said with the coupon code Mayple Boost 250, you can get $250 off any plan. That is very good. That is a very good offer. So you can connect with the Mayple team. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. And until the next time, hopefully I will have the pleasure to present along both of you. And we'll see everybody soon.
Thanks all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.